Hello, my name is Scribbles, and I'm bringing you a few matches from a recent stream where I used a team to climb quickly from Great Ball to Master Ball tier. Basically, I adapted a team from Koki Kawanishi, who finished 5th in the VR tourney. I think it was a really good early meta team, had a lot of mons that I felt really good about using, and I think it was just well positioned in early meta. And so I'm just going to go through a quick description of the team, and then we'll get into the 3 best battles from the stream and the climb from Great Ball and Master Ball. I'll probably do one of these videos for each team that I use predominantly on stream. I don't want to put out a lot of content. I'm not targeting any specific goal with my climb, but I think it is interesting to watch some games and get some team descriptions and reports, as well as pass a few rental codes off to people. So this is the team here. I'll link Koki's team below, along with a Pokeface for my team, and the rental code, which you can see on screen, I'll also put in the description for the video. This team is built around Metagross, which I think has a really strong position in early meta. I think a lot of people really hate it based on how strong it's been. Metagross in this is one of the best Dynamax Pokemon because of its ability to clear body and its good coverage, as well as pretty decent typing overall. This is the most standard set you can possibly imagine in terms of its move pool. Iron Head, Ice Punch, Stomping Tantrum, Protect. The investment's a little bit weird. This is stolen from Koki's team report. It outspeeds max speed Pheromosa under Tailwind, and then I don't really know what the HP and attack does exactly, but it worked out pretty well for me in playtesting, so I just kind of kept it. The next member on the team is Tornadus, which provides Tailwind support, which the team kind of revolves around, so it's probably the most important member of the team. The speed investment here allows you to outspeed max speed Regieleki under Tailwind. It's a little bit low for Tornadus, so you are at risk of being underspeeding other Tornadus, so you could get taunted. It's just not generally an optimal play turn 1 to try and taunt into an opposing Tornadus, because if you lose the speed tie, you could be in a pretty bad position overall. So it's not too much of a concern. There's a lot of Spidef, as well as a Wakan Berry, and a decent amount of HP investment. This was also shamelessly stolen from Koki's team. I'm not sure exactly what it accomplishes. The one change I did make from Koki's team is I'm running Taunt over Icy Wind. It gives me a little bit better matchup against opposing Trick Room, which is pretty difficult for this team to deal with, to be honest. Next member is Tapu Fini. Another pretty standard moveset here. I don't think there's anything to really comment on. Its speed investment outspeeds Neolego at +1, which is pretty nice because Neolego otherwise has a really good matchup against the team. And it has enough special attack to OHKO uninvested Moltres at +1 with Moonblast. This isn't an incredibly relevant calc, but it was just kind of a threshold that I wanted to hit. This also will allow you to 2-hit KO Dynamax Moltres, so you can kind of force your way through Moltres in a lot of cases, which is nice. The Urshifu is the basic 252 attack, 252 speed, Jolly spread. I think you really need to go Jolly to outspeed a lot of prominent metagame threats, Landorus T most notably, and max speed just makes sense so that you're at least speed tying with opposing Urshifu. I opted for the Focus Sash over Choice Band, which is sometimes run. I think getting 2 hits with Urshifu is really valuable, and that, if you think about it, that's effectively 2x damage versus the 1.5 from Choice Band. It can get a little awkward if you're dealing with Hail or if you're dealing with Sandstorm that can chip you down, so positioning is pretty important with Urshifu overall. The next set is Incineroar. Now this is a pretty interesting set. This is again stolen from Koki, pretty much exactly. I'll link his Twitter below as well. He's a Japanese player, so it's a bit difficult to get a lot of information if you don't speak Japanese from him, but I really like his team, so I'm going to be looking for stuff from him going forward. The set here is max HP and just enough defense so that last year's Max Quake is not a 2-hit KO if you switch in with Incineroar. So Glastrier on the field, you can switch into Glastrier with Incineroar, get an Intimidate off. Max Quake will do 30-ish%, and then the second Max Quake will do 60-ish%, so you can get a parting shot off. So effectively this allows you to neuter Glastrier. The remainder is just dumped in special defense. I think this moveset is pretty much optimal for Incineroar. There's potentially arguments for running Taunt or Will-O-Wisp or Burning Jealousy somewhere, probably over Snarl, but I found that Snarl is really nice to kind of minimize damage, especially for opposing Trick Room leads with Follow Me support and things along those lines that otherwise would kind of cut through this team. The last member on the team is a change from Koki's team. I opted for Zapdos over Regieleki. I like Zapdos as it gave me a secondary Dynamax option, and it also gave me a additional form of speed control in the form of Max Airstream. This particular Zapdos spread, it has enough defense to survive Max Attack, Adamant, Metagross, Max Hailstorm off of Ice Punch, and the resulting hail damage. Kind of leaning towards HP, because HP will have to be useful in special defense calculations, but not. It's also minimizing the hail and sandstorm damage by being at 16 minus 1, 16 multiple minus 1. So that's the kind of the target for the defensive stats. It has enough speed for Celesteela Tyranitar at max speed, as well as outspeeding Thundurus Incarnate at +1, and then just the remainders dumped in special defense. So this team functions entirely around Tailwind, so your lead strategies with it are pretty much always going to be what gets you Tailwind and what puts you in the best position to abuse and take advantage of Tailwind. So Tornadus is almost always going to be part of your lead partner. Tornadus Metagross is an option that allows you to snowball early. I think that's a very common, very predictable lead. I actually don't end up leading it that much, but it is very strong. I think especially on low ladder, you'll be able to do a lot of work with that. Torn Urshifu is really good for damage output, and Torn Incineroar kind of gives you the positioning and better options for ensuring the Tailwind goes up. Being able to have Fake Out to prevent, in some cases, Prankster Taunt, in other cases, opposing Fake Out, although Incineroar is really slow, so you're generally not going to accomplish that. Your Dynamax targets for this team are Metagross and Zapdos. Basically, whichever one has a better matchup is the one you're going to want to Dynamax. The one exception is if you're facing an opposing weather team, either Sand or Sun specifically. Tapu Fini can be a good Dynamax option because you have the option for Max Geyser, which can reset the weather to rain, which gives you an advantage of being able to outspeed or kind of neuter the opposing team. So that's the team basically. I'm going to show 3 games here from the stream, as I said earlier. I think these are the most interesting games. Like I said, I think this is a great team for climbing from low ladder to Master Ball, especially in the early meta, which we're kind of transitioning out of, I feel now. I wouldn't run it too much in Master Ball. I'm planning on changing up teams. I think recent adaptations from the Players' Cup, Rotom Heat and Neolego emerging, along with people starting to run Mamoswine a bit, really kind of dominate this team and put it in a bad position. I also think Trick Room being more and more popular, I feel, as you climb the ladder, also makes this team pretty uncomfortable. I don't like playing those matchups. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the 3 matches. If you want to go ahead and subscribe or like the video, or you can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/scribbles. That's SCRIBLS. Thanks. Enjoy. The fuck that's about. Alright, they have a pretty similar team to me. They have Cinderace to go with Airstream, which isn't amazing for me. I have Fake Out that they don't have. I also have Intimidate that they don't have. We both have Urshifu, so I don't think either one of us wants to bring Metagross here. But I have a kind of better mode without Metagross, I think. I think I want to lead Torn. I think I just want to lead Torn Zap. And then I could bring Finny and Urshifu in the back. I think this covers everything they can bring. It's interesting because it's really, really close to a mirror, so it's hard to say. It's going to come down to like leads and who plays better. The differences in our team aren't significant enough. They're a little weaker to Intimidate, I guess, but I can't really bring Incineroar here because it doesn't do a ton. Mini Tornadus is a pretty damn good lead for us. I think we just managed Tailwinds. If they get a taunt off, that's kind of bad. I get my Misty Seed right away. I don't think I want to Dynamax turn 1. I don't think they go for a Calm Mind here. I'm just going to get damage off on turn. So they won't actually outspeed me because my Tailwind hits at the same time. They didn't protect Feeny though, which is interesting. If they just went for a Calm Mind on Feeny, that's fairly annoying. They've already lost their speed control and I still have Taunt. They just went for a Gleam. Okay, that's going to do nothing. Damage is quite a bit though. I wonder if they're specs. Okay, they have Urshifu. I'm pretty sure that's specs damage. So if they're specs, their Urshifu will outspeed, but I'm fine with getting speed control here. And just doubling into Urshifu in case it's Sash. I mean, you gotta think if they had Metagross, they would have brought it in there. So this will give me speed control. And this should kill Urshifu, which opens up my Urshifu in the back. That's going to do a lot, but we'll get speed control. Okay, we do connect with Hurricane, so if this kills, that's good. Yeah, okay, cool. So we'll get speed control, we'll get some damage off on Feeny. The double there just to make sure that we kill Sash Urshifu. And that does a really good chunk there, and so now we also have speed control too. Well, we should outspeed everything on their team. Cinderace might be close. Actually, do we outspeed Cinderace? So Zapdos +1. Cinderace might outspeed us. 188, 63. No, we outspeed Cinderace. We could also max guard, but we should outspeed Cinderace. We outspeed Jolly. I'm just gonna kill Feeny. So they can start airstreaming, but with Sash on Urshifu in the back. And then also Feeny. If I kill Feeny here, and I'm almost positive there's specs, I think we should be in a good spot. We get off a good damage there, and we do outspeed. So the EVs are actually set to outspeed Jolly, max speed Cinderace by a single point at +1. Oh, I guess that EV spread is pretty solid. So I'll get a G-Max Fireball off. And I'll kill Zapdos, which is fine. So they have 2 turns of Dynamax, I have 2 extra Pokemon. And I think we can get another Tailwind up here if we want to even. And they're also Life Orb. I think I want to just go into Urshifu and get Wicked Blow off. Airstream's a little annoying, I guess. So maybe Feeny's better, but I think just going with Urshifu's fine. We can keep Feeny in the back. Because this will keep them from attacking Tornadoes, which means I can get another Tailwind up in all likelihood. Because we are on last turn of Tailwind. So just Hurricane and Wicked Blow. I don't think there's anything they can do to knock me out here. And actually, I think this Wicked Blow should actually finish them off. You get a Confusion, doesn't really matter. Well, that's a bonus. Alright, but even if they get an Airstream off there, they get to +1, and then we can just Tailwind and Urshifu outspeed next turn. So it didn't make a difference of whether or not that hit. Okay. Pretty clean win there. Okay, so there's a few mons here I don't really love to see. It's like a whole team of mons I don't really love to see. They don't have good speed. Well, they've got Whimsicott, I suppose. I wonder if Instant Zapdos is good as a lead. You gotta think that they're definitely going to bring Mamoswine, which Zapdos doesn't deal with very well. I definitely want to lead Instant Zapdos or Instant Tornadoes. I like Instant Zapdos a little bit better in case they bring their Fake Out mode. Metagross just looks like to get dunked on here, so I think I'm going to bring Urshifu and Feeny in the back. This is kind of the weaker speed control option with Zapdos Airstream, but I don't think they can get, unless they lead their Fake Out with Rillaboom, I don't think they can get Tailwind up against this. They might just time out on who they bring, which this leads pretty well against Urshifu, Tapu Fini as well. And it means they don't bring Mamoswine if they didn't get a team in. So Urshifu, Tapu Fini, I just double the Urshifu? Maybe. Yeah, it looks like they timed out. So yeah, I think I just Fake Out Airstream and Urshifu. I get my Misty Seed for free, which is nice. So it looks like they just timed out. Dynamax turn 1's not my absolute favorite play, though. I could just Fake Out Hurricane, but if I miss, it's going to be really annoying. %70 of the time, it's the right play for sure. Does being faster on Incineroar do anything for me? Might let me outspeed Rillaboom though. So I'm okay with that. Okay. Okay, so hopefully no Protect here. Even if there is, we'll outspeed. We can Parting Shot on Rotom. We likely outspeed Rotom. I guess Rotom could have investment to outspeed us. It's okay. We'll outspeed. Also break a potential Sash. I don't know what else it would be if it's not Sashed. So I think the play here is Parting Shot on Rotom. And we can just go for another Airstream into the Urshifu slot. I mean, what's his switch into that? The switch into that is nothing. So I went out a little aggressive with the Dynamax, but I think it'll end up being beneficial for us. Because he shouldn't have Mamoswine, actually. He's gonna have a hell of a time dealing with Zapdos in general. I want to go Feeny here. Because if they've got Rillaboom in the back, it's annoying. I'm just hoping not to eat an attack on Urshifu. I want to keep the Sash up if I can. Nasty plot, yeah, makes sense. But Urshifu should outspeed. I should be able to do a ton of damage to it. There goes into Feeny. I mean, it feels like a bait, but I mean, what do they have in the back? Because they ran out of time. They've got Rillaboom in the back, and Rillaboom is not going to be able to beat Zapdos. So I'm fine to just Wicked Blow into Rotom and get damage off. And do I really want to set terrain? I don't think so, but Airstream doesn't help me at all. I could max guard here, but it doesn't seem great to me. Yeah, let's just get damage off. They might want to try and target down Rillaboom here, or Urshifu here. So they're +1 special attack, but I'm +1 special defense. So that kind of offsets. Okay, that's fine. That means Urshifu potentially still has its Sash, which is huge. Okay. I actually don't mind Rotom maxing. Okay. Decent damage. Max Flare, okay. That's not very much damage. So he's leftovers? Okay. How much more damage will that do? So it did 60. I actually kind of want to go into Incineroar here. It has speed control with Zapdos, which is nice, but... And then I'm going to go Feeny because I know what he's got in the back. And if I keep Zapdos alive, I don't think Rillaboom can beat me. That's quite a bit in Sun. Okay, Calm Mind's a little bit annoying. I can just start snarling though. I'm just going to stall at the Dynamax. It's fine with me. Wiki Bear? Nice. Okay, connect on Rotom. Nice. Okay, so they're getting some health back. But they are out of Dynamax form. I don't mind sacking Feeny here, actually. Yeah, Muddy Water's not going to do very much damage in the sun, but Feeny is pretty bad against the remainder of their team. So this is fine with me. And we get another Snarl off, which is good. They've got Gleam. I'm going to save Urshifu in the back to try and deal with Rotom later in the game. I guess I should have slow parting shot here, right? So I guess I'll do that on Rotom. And we'll just get a Thunderbolt off into Feeny. Feeny can protect or whatever, it's fine. So my opponent timing out was a bit unfortunate for them. It kind of put me in an awkward position turn one. It's fine. Okay, their Rotom is at like minus a billion right now. They should very much want to switch that out. Okay, Sun's gone, which is a little bit annoying for me because it gives their Feeny a bit more damage output. I think they should be preserving Rotom for sure here. I'm fine to Wicked Blow into Rotom and just T-Bolt into Feeny. So I don't think this kills, but it should do a lot. Oh, it does pick up the KO. Sweet. It looked like when they were maxed, it did maybe like 35. And they've gotten some leftovers recovery since then. So Gleam probably puts me down to my Sash. I think Instant switch in is pretty easy here. That'll give me Fake Out next turn. And then I think I just Roost with Zapdos. Also gives me Intimidate on Rillaboom, which could be important. And I don't think Feeny can kill Incineroar here. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool, I think we're gonna wrap this up. We also get Grassy Terrain Recovery, that's pretty hype. So Feeny can't protect here. Electric Terrain's gone. Trying to think how I lose this. Terrain's a bit annoying, because he still has priority. Okay to just do this play. Just keep the parting shot cycling going on. And they don't go for the double protect. I think was probably their only out. And even Shuka. Okay, they're gonna be at like minus $1 billion here. Alright, so this game took a while, but I think we're doing things correctly. I think I just attacked here. Yeah, I haven't revealed it. What's the accuracy here? 90. I should go for Hurricane. So if I can stall out Grassy Terrain, Urshifu should have an easy win. That's what I'm hoping to do here. No, I just connect a Hurricane, that works too. Sweet. Alright, well played to the opponent. Sucks they didn't get their team in. I'm sure they did not want to bring those four. Specifically, Mamo had a really, really good matchup against me. Alright, looks like we got pretty hard Trick Room. With Melodic as discouragement for Incin Fake Out. And Regieleki, which is also quite annoying. This team seems quite good against me. I wonder if I can just get like the most boring lead ever. I feel like foul play from Grimmsnarl is at least somewhat likely. This is ugly. I think I have to bring Zapdos because I don't know how I beat Celesteela otherwise. Ugh. I don't like this matchup. This one feels rough. So Trick Room's a bad matchup. I've kind of worked on my Celesteela matchup a little bit, but it's not the best. And I don't have any way of boosting my attack on Zapdos. Just somewhat problematic. Okay, that lead's not bad for me. It's not good. Man, part of me wonders if I want to just get damage off on Celesteela. No, I think I want to switch out to Zapdos. Save the Sash. But Celesteela is a whole hell of a problem for me. Especially with screen support. Static. So he's going to double into that slot. Oof. Oh my god, they targeted Tornadus. Because, damn, that could have been bad. I don't see much point at all in protecting, or in keeping Tornadus in here. I could flare, but I don't really want Sun Up. I think I gotta scare this thing out. Or try to, at least. If they had doubled into Urshifu there, I mean, it would have been a pretty ridiculous play, but... So I know they have Meteor Beam. And they've used their power. They're going to be incentivized to use their Dynamax here. Oof, Celesteela is a rough matchup. Yeah, they fired off. It is Celesteela. I'm hoping they're just launching it over into the Feeny slot, something like Heavy Slam or something, I guess. Well, I guess they'd probably be running Flash Cannon. Green's annoying. Some damage. Do 1.3 times the next turn. They're +1. I'm +1. This sand's annoying. I mean, I kind of gotta tank one, right? Like, what are my other options? How many turns of Tailwind do I have? 2. Max guard here. This is tough. Yeah. Do they double into Zapdos? Yeah. Okay, cool. We got that right at least. So now I think Muddy Water plus max lightning could kill Celesteela. Which, if that happens, we're in a much better position. Both Dynamaxes down, we'd be up. Be up Amon, kind of. Oh, that's great for me. I'll single target Muddy Water too. Tailwind's gone. So I'm assuming this is going to be offensive Regieleki. They have Fake Out, unfortunately. I think I just protect Feeny here and just go for a... Part of me wants to go for a Roost. I mean, I think they just Fake Out Zapdos here. But clicking Fake Out on Zapdos is risky because I've got Static. Fake Out on Feeny. Ah, Zapdos, we need you to hold on there, buddy. Sucker Punch should kill Regieleki here. So that's good. We'll lose our Sash, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. And it'll kill through Reflect. Unless this got like some crazy bulk investment or something. Yeah, I guess, I mean, ending in this position isn't bad, so I think the play last turn, protecting Feeny was correct last turn. I think they have to hard switch out with Regieleki. Yeah, and they don't. So we'll pick up the KO there. Oh, I'm so good with him clicking Reflect. Alright, that goes down, so now it's 2v1. And Feeny's +1. Oh, and the Sandstorm ends, so I actually have Sash on Urshifu still. Yeah, I think we got this. Oof, tough game. See, this is actually interesting because I don't want to give it a special attack drop because it'll actually end up getting boosted, but I think I do just have to attack it down. I guess if it hits some Hypnosis, I could lose, but I think that's gonna die. Nice. Okay, that was legitimately a really, really hard game. So once again, thanks for watching. Ended up going 6-0, made it to Master Ball tier, right around rank 5,000 or something like that to enter, which is a good feeling. Let me know if you use the team, successes, failures with it that come up. I stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays in the evenings, and mainly just play VGC. So if you're ever interested in checking it out, I love helping people with team building. I love kind of thinking through those type of things. Definitely interactive stream. So if you want to stop by, I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, have a good night.